Oh, we always hug.
Yeah, we're not going to do anything different today.
That's right.
Yes.
Got to stay with a routine, that's for sure. So how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing wonderful, and I'm just thankful and grateful that I've got an opportunity to talk to you and hear what's going on here in the office, and kind of see what's going on in the city.
Well, there's never a dull moment in this office.
Well, I kind of remember that, so yes, definitely. But there's a couple things that, I wanted to talk to you about and kind of get your take on, and one is the North Omaha initiative in terms of jobs and job training.
Right.
I've got some questions that I wanted to ask you, and a couple times I may refer to them, but I just want to get your take on what's going on in terms of North Omaha and some of the great things that are happening. And then from a city standpoint and a mayoral standpoint, some of the things that you are looking at doing with your staff to help the revitalization that's going on in North Omaha. One of the questions I wanted to ask you is, one of the areas that the Empowerment Network is focusing on in terms of one of our 13 covenant areas is economics and job training. One of your campaign promises was to really focus on job training, and really bringing businesses into North Omaha. So can you tell me a little bit about what your strategies have been up to this point in terms of really alluring and appealing to some of the businesses to come to North Omaha?
Well, this map on the wall behind us, or on the window behind us, is there for a reason, so I stare at it every day. But one of the things I've seen is we've had a lot of focus on the master planning and everything around commercial activity. That commercial activity is needed, but it's not going to really work until customers have money in their pockets.
Right.
And this is why I think the mayor's office, our focus is going to be on industry. Getting industry in the airport industrial park, getting industry up and down really the river corridor where we have old industrial lands that are just sitting there idle. So that's what we're working on, and I'm a firm believer that if we can do that, each of those industry jobs creates 8 other jobs. That's how we begin to get the customers ready to go in and make the commercial really work, whether we're dealing at 24th and Lake or at 30th and Ames or whatever.
Okay.
So that's kind of, I think, my role. And then I will support the Empowerment Network every step along the way as they do the implementation of all of the goals that they have set.
Okay, and then in specific, in terms of the Atlanta initiative, I know that you have been and traveled to Atlanta with several other individuals, and there appears to have been some successes that have come out of that. So do you want to talk a little bit about your trip and what we can kind of foresee in the future?
Well, we had a lot of naysayers about this, that this was a folly of some kind, but it's not. And it really started when I went to Atlanta as part of HDR's administrative team to reopen our office down there and grow our operation back in Atlanta, Georgia. What I discovered is I learned a great deal about Atlanta, about the new Atlanta, and the leadership structure and the political structure. But I also saw tremendous wealth in the African American community. And I said, oh my gosh, they did this from scratch. So if they've got a reason to grow, why don't they grow in Omaha, Nebraska? Bring their dollars, their profitability, and then grow a branch operation in Omaha, Nebraska, and we do it in the north part of our city. So that's how all this got started.
Okay.
And so I tested the waters with Jim Beatty going down. We had 38 letters that I personally signed, and they'd never seen a mayor be so aggressive on going after them and their companies, and it impressed them. So that letter eventually got published in the DeKalb Chamber of Commerce newsletter. So the network began to grow. So here we are with some 8 or 9 companies that have visited, and we have Mary Parker and All-in-One that has agreed, and they're here. And we have 2 or 3 more that are in the wings, and we're going to keep working this we have some new ideas that have popped up just in the last few weeks as well.
Good, good. And one of the things in terms of from the network, because we really believe that if you bring businesses to North Omaha, and really any part of the city, that you've got to support it. And that's one of the things that we're really honing in terms of our residents, saying, you know, once the businesses are there, you know, it's going to be up to you to really support those businesses if you want them to stay. So that's exciting to hear that you've made that connection, that there are some future opportunities for some other Atlanta-based companies to come here to Omaha. What are some of the things that you've traveled around, and, you know, that you found that businesses are looking for when they are considering expanding into Omaha? Even current businesses that are here in Omaha but expanding into North Omaha or any other parts of the city. Are there, you know, 2 or 3 things that they're looking for in particular in order for them to make that decision?
Well, if we just focus on the whole American democracy and our push for the free enterprise system to work, companies like Mary Parker's All-in-One have already gone through the success of establishing themselves, and they have a profitable business. But any business that is in that situation wants to take its profits, its excess profits, and reinvest in something else. So it's a matter of getting them acquainted with Omaha, and then say, now that you see our city and we've introduced you around and you see the potential here, and that you can help be part of the way that we put people to work, particularly on the north side. Are you ready to come and do a business plan and then make that gut check and say, yes, we're going to open a branch in Omaha? And that's what Mary Parker has done, and the others will as well. There's no welfare money here. There's nothing of that nature. They are bringing their capital to Omaha because they were asked, and because they see an opportunity, and now they're ready to make that opportunity a dream as they grow their company. In the process, we will generate jobs in North Omaha.
Great, great. And I will say that from your office to the planning department to all of your departments, you've been very, it's been a good partnership in terms of especially the village strategy that we're looking at in North Omaha. And when we talk about that village strategy, it encompasses the housing development, it encompasses 24th and Lake area, turning that back into a arts and entertainment district. You've got the Pleasant View site off of 30th and Parker. So there's some great synergies that are going on, and with your office, again with City of Omaha, I mean, it's been a great partnership. You've been very supportive of the village plan, and so we're anticipating some great things coming out of that.